Hello students, in this module we are going to see identities of inverse trigonometry. These identities, first of all, you must know why we should apply and in what way they are helpful. In many cases the procedure takes a long time, this is one thing, and when we will see questions in bigger form, then to simplify them, these identities will be applicable. Their importance is just like the identities of normal trigonometry. And yes, they are derived from the same. So when we see these identities before this, the prerequisite knowledge which is compulsory is all the identities of trigonometry. Once you see them, thorough them, then only you go ahead with inverse trigonometric identities. Here we see first topic is negative values. Negative values, as we could see in previous lectures, I have explained you, like whenever you are given like tan inverse minus 1. Now here for that we draw the quadrant and show its principal branch, and accordingly we find it out. Okay, also like for the group of cos, if I take cos inverse minus 1 by root 2, in this also I show the principal branch as 0 to pi, and then we find it out. By the way, with our experience, as I said, that for the group of this tan inverse, that is ranging from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, there are three inverse trigonometric functions. One is the sine inverse, then tan inverse and cosec inverse in this group, which range from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 with principal branch. And cos inverse, in this group we have sec inverse and also cot inverse x. Okay. Now this range from 0 to pi. This belongs to the second group. With our experience in questions we solved, we can see that in this first group, if positive is selected theta, and negative is directly say minus theta. In second group of cos inverse, if positive we directly write theta, or otherwise we write pi minus theta for negatives. By the way, we are thinking of negative. So with our experience, we can say that sine inverse in this group, all I will write sine inverse of a negative value, sine inverse of minus x. Now this can be opened as minus of sine inverse x. This is similar to sine minus theta. When sine of minus theta is taken is equal to minus sine theta. So the same thing is going on here also. That we are taking sine inverse of minus x. So minus can be written out of the function and we can sort it out. Similarly, tan inverse minus x can be written as minus tan inverse x. And cosec inverse, the third one in the group, cosec inverse of minus x also can be written as cosec inverse minus x. Simply taking the minus sign out. How we use this? Here I will take the example of tan inverse minus 1. Now we will not find out the branch or see the quadrant. Simply what we have to do, we will follow this pattern, this identity. Tan inverse of minus 1, first sort it out, take minus sign out, tan inverse 1. And put the value of tan inverse 1 as it is pi by 4. Now, if I take like sine inverse minus root 3 by 2. So this, when we take, comes out, becomes minus sine inverse root 3 by 2. And putting the value, we see 60 degree minus pi by 3. Now this was for the group of sine inverse. We can see easily minus sign is to be taken out and to write the answer. But what happens when we take cos inverse? According to the theory we have solved these questions. This cos inverse, whenever you are giving cos inverse of minus x, it is opened as pi minus cos inverse x. Following that pattern. Now sec inverse when given minus x is opened as pi minus sec inverse x, and similarly cot inverse minus x also as pi minus cot inverse x. For example, as I have taken cos inverse minus 1 by root 2 to sort out the negativity that negative value, we what write? First you write pi minus, following this pattern, pi minus cos inverse whatever value of x is given, 1 by root 2. Now we will simplify. 1 by root 2 from first quadrant. Always this will be taken from first quadrant as it is positive now. So this will be taken from first quadrant. 1 by root 2 is for pi by 4. So we get here pi by 4 and finally we get 3 pi by 4 as answer. Okay, more things we can see, like I am writing here sec inverse minus 2. Open it by formula. This is pi minus sec inverse 2. Now to simplify sec inverse 2, we must know again from first quadrant. Sec inverse 2 will be pi minus, this is 60 degree, pi by 3. It comes 2 pi by 3. Okay. And yes, obviously as we have seen for negative values, all these belong to the second quadrant. You can check it. 2 pi by 3 is 120 degree, is from second quadrant. Here we got 3 pi by 4 which is 135 degree. This also is in second quadrant. So now what has it done for us? What is the convenience? Convenience is previously we were completely dependent on this method, quadrant method. Now using these identities we can directly obtain these values without mistake. Okay, no, there is no too much calculation. So I hope you have understood, but this was the application and the identities. Now suppose I ask one question, how to derive them, because examination point of view students should be capable of deriving these identities. So the next I am going to explain how to derive these two groups. Okay, let's see. Now for the derivation part, what we have to do, first of all I will consider the group of sine having the branches minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Here we will use the identities of normal trigonometry. Be careful. I will take help of the identity sine of minus theta. As we know, this is equal to minus sine theta. I will explain for sine, and the same will be done with all those which belong to the same group. Okay. So like sine of minus theta is minus sine theta. In this relation, I have taken why my sine of minus theta, because we are having two patterns only, theta and minus theta. And when we get negative in inverse trigonometry, when are we having negative values, it's minus theta. That's why I have taken the identity of minus theta here. Okay. Now what we see, obviously sine theta will be some value, so we consider that this sine theta is some value x. Then in inverse form, theta can be written as sine inverse of x. Okay. What is the purpose? The relation which we have started with, this is to be converted completely in inverse trigonometric form. Means wherever you are having trigonometric function, we will convert that as inverse trigonometric function. And this theta will not be available. Now we will convert that theta as x. The value which will be corrected to inverse trigonometric function will be taken as x, as we have taken this value equal to sine theta. Okay. Now, how to utilize these two relations? First of all, write this one sine as it is. This is minus theta. We have obtained the value of theta in terms of inverse form. So this becomes minus of sine inverse x. In place of theta, I have written this value equal to, this is minus sine theta already taken as x, it becomes minus x. Now obviously both sides, if I apply the sine inverse, so from here this will be cancelled and we can take it like minus sine inverse x is equal to sine inverse of minus x. This becomes the identity. Now you can see the first one, we have sine inverse minus x, this is equal to minus sine inverse x. and as this is belonging to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 principal branch, so all those functions which belong to the same branch will behave like this only. Their nature will be similar to sine inverse, and derivation also will be similar. If you want to derive for tan, then you write tan in minus theta is minus tan theta. Cosec, you can see normal trigonometry, cosec minus theta also is equal to minus cosec theta. So all those functions will be written as tan inverse minus x is minus tan inverse x. Third, cosec inverse minus x, this is minus cosec inverse x. Now we go ahead with the second group, cos inverse. In cos inverse, as you see that when we take negative value, this concerns with pi minus theta, the second quadrant pattern. Okay, so that's why I will begin with the same pattern, cos pi minus theta. So obviously when you solve cos pi minus theta using the concept of allied angle, I am repeatedly speaking, if you don't know, then use normal trigonometry in earlier classes, learn those identities very well, then only you will understand all these ideas. Okay, cos pi minus theta using the concept of allied angles, this is equal to minus cos theta. The same pattern I am going to follow. Here right hand side I have obtained cos theta, so I will consider this to be x. Let cos theta be some value x. So from here we can obtain theta, this is equal to cos inverse x. As soon as I write this, now this identity, what is the purpose? We need to convert this in form of inverse trigonometric functions, and as a value we will take x. Convert all theta, wherever we are having the terms of theta, we will replace it by x. So how we do? This cos first remains as it is. Pi minus theta value we have obtained as cos inverse x. This is equal to minus cos theta, so this is minus x. And again, to remove this, as this is a normal trigonometric function, to eliminate it from here, remove it from here, we have the cos inverse both sides. If I take, I see this becomes pi minus cos inverse x. This is equal to cos inverse taken of minus x. So here this becomes the fourth identity of the group. It is cos inverse minus x. This is equal to pi minus cos inverse x. All will belong to the same pattern, so they will follow the same identity. Like cos inverse, in its group we are having sec inverse and cot inverse. So we will write cot inverse minus x. This also is open like pi minus cot inverse x. Sixth, sec inverse minus x also will be open like pi minus sec inverse x. Now in this module I have shown you how to derive identities by concept. Based on observation also I have explained how to write the identities directly, because we have solved equations at basic level, so those will help us to understand these identities. So I have told you that pattern also, that only on the basis of observation how to write the identities, and given its example. So this was the first identity, negative values. I hope you have understood very well. We will see the next one.